white slats from WMMS, and I'm out here inhaling all the gas fumes, and that means I won't have to drink any beer this weekend because I'll be organically, well, messed up. Don't remember, you're watching Trackside Video.
As we get set to go racing, out on the track at this time, your 4 fastest qualifiers in the sportsman division. Starting on the pole. Starting on the pole in the Fraser Home Inspection, Tammy Smith, Russell Realty, number 22. Elyria Scott Weil, outside of Weil. In the Natural Gas Services, number 17, Tom Pete. Inside of row number 2, in the Riverbend Marina, Hallmark Excavating, number 37, Menor Steve Hall. And outside of Hall, looking to pick up his first ever season championship in the Reasonable Auto Repair, Screen Printing Inc., number 67, Menor's Donnie Etwell. Weil with a little bit of an advantage as they come off at turn number 2 down the backstretch. Hall going to work on the outside of Weil as they go into 3. Hall sliding up the track, dirt tracking it through 3 and 4. Weil with about 2 cars. Hall once again sideways. Pete taking a look underneath him as he coming down for the checkered flag. It's going to be Scott Weil, Steve Hall, and modified division. Starting on the pole out of Cleveland in a mutt chassis, sponsored by Perfection Fabricators and Lorenzo's Pizzeria. He has one feature win on the season, the 73 of Mark Schreiber. Outside of Schreiber in a Dave Bice chassis, sponsored by Bob's Auto Sales, Massillon's Rick Sibla. Inside of row number 2, trying to pick up his first ever track championship in a Childs and Associates, K.A. Steinman, Lad Trucking, number 37, Ellis Chassis of LaGrange's T.J. Steinman. Outside of Steinman in his first full season in a modified, in the Bob's Auto Sales, New Dixie Racing, Mountain Motors, number 31, Canton's Doug Meyer. The field begins to pick up the pace as they come out of 4. Jason Caranci goes green. Schreiber in a 73-year leader, tucked in second to 37 of T.J. Steinman. White flag comes out, this time by Schreiber. Meyer working on the outside of Steinman in net 31. Meyer takes over second. Going down, Doug Meyer, T.J. Steinman, and Rick Sibla. Put your hands together for him as he comes by the grandstands. And the Perfection Fabricators, Lorenzo's Pizzeria, number 73, Mark Schreiber. Fastest qualifiers in the late model division. Starting on the pole in the J&J Motorsports, black tie accessories, number 24, Jeremy Wiggins. Outside of Wiggins, he is the 2000 track champion in the Mako Auto Body. Michaels Racing Engine, number 84, North Ridgeville's Rick Gretsch. Followed by the General Services, number 32 of Norm Taylor, in the 30 of Akron's Brian Volk. Wiggins and Gretsch side by side. Turn number 4, Gretsch with a little bit of an advantage. Wiggins trying to fight back on the low side. It's the 24 of Jeremy Wiggins, followed by the 84 of Gretsch. This time by, it'll be 1 lap to go. Gretsch taking a look on the outside. Gets a run, coming off a 2. Trying to make the pass as they come down for the checkered flag. Norm Taylor and Brian Volk. Put your hands together for him as he comes out of turn number 4. In the K&A, J&J Motorsports, number 24, Jeremy Wiggins. Starting on the pole in the Bob's Garage and Towing, number 52, Steve Dressler. Outside of Dressler in the Wallace DeWitt Racing Engines, Dawson Sons Construction 07, Lorain's Rick Perchnicki. Inside of row number 2, in the Spots Racing, Miller Memorial, number 22, Bill Sprague. Outside of Sprague in the Grand River Tackle, number 51, your fast qualifier in the afternoon, Matt Heiss. This time by the flagman looks them over as they come out of turn number 4. We're green flag racing. Dressler with the lead, followed by Sprague. Perchnicki caught on that outside. Three laps in, 1 lap to go as the white flag comes out. This time by move on Sprague and try and take over second. Heiss taking it off the backstretch, sideways, going into 3. The checkered flag comes out. It's going to be Steve Dressler, Heiss, followed by Rick Perchnicki. Put your hands together for him in the Bob's Garage and Towing, number 52, Steve Dressler. Fastest qualifiers in the American Auto Sales Spectator Stock Division. Starting on the pole, the 78 of Brian McCall. Outside of McCall, the 11 of Dale Buckles, followed by the 14 of Tommy Ogle, and the 16 of Jeff Holstein. McCall in the 78-year leader.
He's in third spot. He's in fourth.
White flag coming out this time by Holstein in that 16, trying to take a look underneath the 14 of Ogle as they went into one. McCall in the 78 pushes up off the bottom as they come down for the checkered flag. It's going to be McCall, Ogle, Holstein, followed by the 11 of Buckles. Put your hands together for him. The Jones Auto Body, Reed Salvage, number 78, Brian McCall. Inside of row number 2 in the Hoster's Window Systems, Integrity Construction number 15, Bobby Walker. Outside of Walker in the train station, JD Byrider 00, Illyria's Dutch Groner. Inside of row number 2 in the Cirillo's Ice Cream Emporium number 24, Illyria's Jason Drew. Outside of Drew in the North Coast Builders number 44, Parma's Walt Newman. Inside of row number 4 in the Integrity Construction, Wendy's Old Fashioned Hamburgers number 33, Concord's Ron Burkholder. Outside of Burkholder in the Sidley Trucking, Turneytown Shell number 7, Menner's Troy Bonema. And pushing the rear of the field in the number 48, Andy Getzy in the 48. Jason Crancy looks him over. We're green flag racing as they come down the front stretch. Drew come together down the front stretch, but up front it's all Jeff Fay Jr. He now has about a 5-car length advantage as they go into 3. They're taking a look underneath the Drew as they go into 1. Over second. Your leader, the 33 of Jeff Fay Jr. will be black flagged this time by for breaking out of his qualifying time. The Speedway. The 33 of Burkholder, your leader, as they go down the backstretch into turn number 3. Seven laps in. Checkered flag coming out this time. Burkholder, Troy Bonema, Walt Newman, and Graham Morrison. Your hands together for him as he comes out of turn number 4. And the Wendy's Old Fashioned Hamburger, Integrity Construction number 33, Ron Burkholder. The second heat race for the Sportsman division beginning to take shape on the backstretch. Entry of Menor Steve Hall. Outside of Hall, in a reasonable auto repair, screen putting number 67, Don Atwell. And pushing the rear of the field in the Allied Automotive A1 Auto Spring, number 54, Akron's Paul Miller Jr. Clark with a little bit of advantage as they come off at turn number 2. Clark, Bender, Taylor, and Cohagen, your top 4. Pete caught it at outside groove. Tom Pete in a 17, losing it. And turning Bender working outside as they come off at turn number 2 down the backstretch. Clark, your leader, as they come down for the white flag. Moves underneath the Bender to take over second. On the 22 of Scott Weil, working on Taylor down, on Bender down below. They come down for the check. Taylor and Scott Weil. He comes by the grandstands in the CLB DreamWorks. Spots racing number 99, Dave Clark. Inside of row number 2, 18 years old out of Willoughby, Will Stiles Jr. Outside of Stiles in an Ellis chassis, the Top Gun Motorsports number 3 of Wellington's Bill Sowers. Inside of row number 2 in the Dave Bice chassis, the 4 of Loudonville's Don Thomas. Outside of Thomas, the 21 of Ernst Brunny, the 02 of Dave Brunny. The 36 of John Hennis and the X of Rick Brewer. Three wide down the front stretch. Up front, Bill Sowers takes over the lead for Dale March. on Bill Sellers. Pulling away, followed by Dale March, Ernst Brunny. Caution on the speedway. The 14 Seymour coming to a stop on the front stretch.
I go for number 1 now.
It is official after the last Sportsman Heat race. Donnie Atwell has clinched the 2000 points championship here at Lorain County Speedway. The season at the 2000 Lorain County Speedway points banquet. Three wide down the front stretch as Brunny and March come together. Sideways. Ernst Brunny and that 21 working the outside of Bill Sellers as they go down the backstretch into 3. White flag coming up this time. 1 lap to go. Checkered flag coming out this time. It's going to be Bill Sellers, Will Stiles, and the Sowers Motorsports number 3, Wellington's Bill Sowers. In the John Wright's custom chrome plate number 99, LaGrange's Stacy Gherkin. Inside of row number 3 in the American Auto Sales, Ellis Chassis, the number 7 of LaGrange's Randy Moyes. Outside of Moyes, the 73 of Mark Schreiber. Inside of row number 4 in the Dave Bice Chassis, the 63 of Massillon's Rick Sibla. Outside of Sibla, the K.A. Steinman, Childs and Associates, number 37 LaGrange's T.J. Steinman. And pushing the rear of the field, the 31 of Canton's Doug Meyer. Petrie with the advantage as they come out of 2. Pulling, giving Petrie a love tap as they come out of 4. Nash fighting back down below the 99 of Stacy Gherkin as they come back down into turn number 3. Halfway there, 4 laps have been completed. 4 laps remain. Gherkin going for the lead on the outside of Petrie. Gherkin takes over the lead going into 3. Moy slides it through 3. Steinman in the 37 pulls off. White flag coming out this time by 7 laps. front, it's Gherkin and Petrie. The fight is for third between Nash and Poling. As they come down for the checkered flag, it's going to be Stacy Gherkin, Bill Petrie, Bob Nash, followed by Butch Poling. Put your hands together for him as he comes out of turn number 4. And the John Wright's custom chrome plating number 99, Stacy Gherkin. The 37 of TJ Steinman is the 2000 Lorain County Speedway points champion in the Lorain Modified Division. Side of Polis and the Kurz Automotive number 35, Cowboy Bobby Johnson. And in the rear of the field, the Mars Trucking Mr. Heater number 27 of Nick Galata. The 42 is Stankovic. Halfway there, 4 laps in, 4 laps to go. The 81 of Phil Pete sliding into the infield after some contact with the 77 of Don Clement. Can see the 77 of Don Clement as he comes by with a flat right front tire. Of Atkins. Atkins in a 25. Smoking that right rear as he came off of 4 sideways. Chase taking a look underneath, makes contact with Atkins. As they come down for the checkered flag, it's going to be Tom Stankiewicz, Paul Atkins, Gary Cipher. Put your hands together for him as he comes out of turn number 4. Out of Strongsville, the number 42, Tom Stankiewicz. Bridgeville's Rick Gretsch. Inside of row number 4 in the General Services, Taylor Painting, number 32, Strongsville's Norm Taylor. Outside of Taylor in the All Parts, Bob's Auto Sales, Dream Racing Engines, number 30, Akron's Brian Volk. And in the rear of the field, in the Independence Communications, number 9, Jeff Carl. Hartz and Bartlemy rubbing fenders as they come out of turn number 4. Bartlemy, your leader. Porter trying to take a look underneath the 99 of Sandquist Jr. The 9 of Jeff Carl sliding to a stop in turn number 3. The caution flag. Carl getting up high off the backstretch, getting that outside tires onto that loose dirt, looping it all on his own. The green flag coming back out. Bartlemy and Porter side by side as they go into one. Bartlemy with the lead down the backstretch into 3. Porter in the 50, letting Bartlemy know he's back. This time by, indicating 1 lap to go. Porter in the 50 is going to take one more look. As they come out of 4, the checkered flag's going to come out. It's going to be John Bartlemy, Bonnie Porter. Followed by the 99 of Sandquist Jr. and the 84 of Rick Gretsch. Put your hands together for him. He's getting faster and faster every week. Moving up into the late model division, picking up what I believe is his first ever heat race win in the late model, the 85 Lorain's John Bartlemy. Kirk. The 54 Valeria's Charles James. The field begins to pick up the pace as they come out of turn number 4. The green flag comes out. Hagenbaugh at 28 up in the second groove. Here comes Newman in the 67. He's going to try and split them as they come down the backstretch. Hagenbaugh slides through a stop in turn number 3. The 62nd Newman falling back on that outside as McMahon shoots underneath, but up front for the lead, it's a 3 of Jim Schmidt and a 73 of Illyria's Matt Marlowe. McMahon in the 44, taking a look underneath. Side by side down the backstretch. Schmidt's in the 3, the 73 of Marlowe, and here comes the 44 of McMahon. Schmidt's in the 3, sideways. Losing it in front of the 44, McMahon. The 44 of Dan McMahon being black flag. Your leader, the 73 of Matt Marlowe, as they come down to complete lap number 6. White flag coming out this time by 7 laps in, 1 lap to go. Jason Carranci goes for the checkered flag. It's going to be Matt Marlowe, followed by Ray Kirk, Denzel Byrne, and the 08 of Bob Young. Kirk in the 101, just taking out the 00 of Denzel Byrne. Picking up the heat race win. Your second heat race in the Grand National Division, beginning to take shape in the pit chute. Outside of Macabeer, the Lou Smokehouse, number 40 of Columbia Stations, Paul Schaefer. And Parker, the Debco Racing number 8 of Mike Mueller, and the number 5 of Dan Novak. Finish, taking a look underneath. Coming together with Finnegar. Finish, and Schaefer going at it. Up front, it's Reuter in the 17 and the 14 of Joe Pugh. Reuter up front. Pugh working the outside as they go down the front stretch. Here comes Finnegar back in front of Mueller in the 81. Pugh working the outside. Pugh driving it in hard, slides up as they come out of 4. Pugh in that 14 working the outside. Pugh and Reuter going at it side by side down the backstretch into turn number 3. White flag coming out, this time side by side. Reuter and Pugh come together going into 2. Pugh and Reuter still going at it side by side as they come through 3 and 4. Jason Caranci goes for the checkered flag, and it's gonna be going to be the 17 of Rob Reuter, followed by the 14 of Joe Pugh. The 40 of Paul Schaefer will finish 3rd. Put your hands together for both of them as they come out of turn number 4. They race side by side. The 14 of Joe Pugh and the 17 of Rob Reuter. Advanced Window Systems number 11, John Davis. Outside of Davis, into Zibby's Lawn Care, Fox Enterprises number 18, filling in for his father, Illyria's Patrick Fisher. Davis in the 11 with the advantage as they come off at 2. Dressler and Colburn come together going into 3. Fisher in the 18, getting in the back of Charles Hunt in that 15, sliding up the track. Here comes Colburn. Hunt working the outside of Davis as they come off a 2 down the backstretch. Hunt drives it in hard, takes over the lead. Fisher sideways, getting into 3. Heiss is going to take advantage and take over 4th. Seven laps in, 1 lap to go. Checkered flag comes out. It's going to be Charles Hunt, John Davis, Ed Colburn, and Matt Heiss. Picked up where he left off. He won the feature last Saturday night. Now picking up the heat race win. And the Justice Auto Sales, number 15, Lorain's Charles Hunt. The American Auto Sales Spectator Stock Division beginning to roll out on the track. The 192 of Dave Wallencheck. Jason Karansky throws a green flag as the 9 of Jason Chandler shoots to the outside to take over the lead. We got one going up towards the wall. The 90 of Troy Mullins. Up front, it's the 9 of Jason Chandler. The 68 taking a look underneath. 3 wide, going into 3. 68 of Johnny Weiss. Halfway there, 4 laps in, 4 laps to go. The 9 of Jason Chandler will be black flagged for breaking out of his qualifying time. That'll hand the lead over to the 68 of Johnny Weiss. Leader in the 6, black flag. There goes the 68 as he takes him down below. The 86 down low. Just a reminder, we do not throw caution flags. Though 192 of Stephen Gratz losing it in turn number 3. Caught checkered flag coming out. Your winner's a 68. Followed by the 06 of Jeff Mazzy and the 84 of Lee Neely. Put your hands together for him. Picked up his first ever checkered flag, the 68 of Johnny Weiss. Senior, the 73 of Chris Magi, the 09 of Jason Hilton, the 3 of John Coventry, the 50 of Kevin Clark, the 5 of Robert Shaver, the 48 of Newman Senior into the infield. Once all 4 wheels go into the infield, they must fall from the event. Lashy up front, net 30. Coventry in the 3 going to the outside. That is a rental car in the 56. Coventry, 56 on this side, 3 on the other as he moves into the lead. Then followed by the 30 of Lashy, the 72 of Matt Mankey. There's a 30 of Lashy getting turned around, the 72 and the 09 into the front stretch wall. The 09 of Jason Hilton. Matt Mankey in the 72. You can see some sparks from underneath the 72. White flag indicating one more lap to go. Your leader in the 3 is black flag. It's going to be the 5 of Robert Schaefer, followed by the 50 of Kevin Clark. Your leader, the 3 of John Coventry, was black flag for breaking out of his qualifying time. That'll hand the win over to the Joel Fritz attorney, number 5 of Robert Shaver. Of Duke T-Bone Jones. Outside of Jones, the 93 of James Chapman. The 55 of Mike Snyder. The 51 of Gary Toth. The 98 of Willie Patterson. Here comes the Little Geo Storm, the 51 of Gary Toth. Toth working the outside at Davis. Jones pushes up into the side of Toth in the 51. The 93 of James Taylor taking a look on James Chapman taking a look underneath. 3 wide down the backstretch. The 51 at Toth. In that second grooves, he tries to make it stick. He'll be your leader. 4 laps in, 4 laps to go. The 78 of Brian McCall. We're top of turn number 3. Rather the 76. White flag, 1 more lap to go for the 51 of Gary Toad. As they come down for the checkered flag, it's going to be Gary Toad, Jim Chapman, the 55 of Mike Snyder, and the 98 of Willie Patterson. The 33 of Tom Dupereau on the pole. The 08 of Charlie Kearns. Some of the other drivers, the 53 of Joel Cleary, the 15 of Kevin McCall, the 71 of Dan Booth, the 120 of Tim Gregory, the 27 of John Donato. Kearns in a 08. Taking over the lead, the 120 of Tim Gregory as he passes the 08 of Charlie Kearns. Up front, it's still the 120 of Tim Gregory. Coming down for the white flag, this time by 7 laps in, 1 lap to go. Fighting back the 08 of Charlie Kearns. 3 wide, going through 1 and 2. The 33 of Tom Dupero, but here comes the 94 of Stephen Gratz. Checkered flag coming out. It's going to be Tim Gregory, Stephen Gratz, Tom Dupero, and the 08 of Charlie Kearns. .38 of Danny Rollins on the pole, the 21 of Larry Magi, the 92 of Slammin' Sammy Rubizny, the 25 of Robert Hilton, the 12 of Matt Axford, the 78 of Brian McCall, the 11 of Dale Buckles, the 14 of Tommy Ogle, and the 16 of Jeff Holstein. The 25 going for a ride through the infield. The 25 of Robert Hilton. All 4 wheels are in the infield. He must stay in. Ogle in the 14 on the move on the outside of Larry Magi in the 21. Halfway in, 4 laps in, 4 laps to go. Seven laps in, 1 lap to go. This time by Brian McCall in the 78 up front. It's going to be Brian McCall, Tommy Ogle, the 21 of Larry Magi, and the 82 of Slammin' Sammy Rubizny.
Okay, we got them out of the cars. You guys get a look at them at season championship. First off, let's give all these guys a great big hand. They put on a great show for us all season long. Gonna introduce you to this young gentleman right here. He's 17 years old. He's a rookie, and he jumps into a sportsman. Sponsored by Dynamic Signs and Designs, Arc Automotive Racing Connection, and RacersGraphics.com. Put your hands together for Jeff Bay Jr. Introduce you to this gentleman. I haven't even met him myself. He's a newcomer here to the Speedway. In the American Tow and Salvage, Perry Village Garage. Put your hands together for the 48 of Andy Jesse. Third generation driver, I get corrected. In the Allied Auto, A1 Auto Spring, Smith Machine number 54. Put your hands together for Paul Miller Jr. We're going to skip over this guy because we got a real good reason to come back to him a little bit later on. Setting inside in this row. Don't laugh too hard here, Steve. In the A1 Auto Spring, Mike's Barber Shop, Hallmark Excavating, Riverbend Marina, number 37. He's a past track champion from right here at Lorain County Speedway. Put your hands together for the 37 of Steve Hall. This man right here in the number 22, subbing for the injured Tammy Smith. He's no introduction here at Lorain County Speedway. See you later. In the Rick Speedway performance, Fraser Home Inspection, Tammy Smith, Russell Realty, number 22. This is Illyria's Scott Wild. Sitting outside a while, he's been a front runner. He is the current track record holder here in the Sportsman Division. And the Octatrol Fluid Regulators Corporation Natural Gas Service Company, number 17. Put your hands together for him, Tom P. This young man fought hard all season long. He's a former track record holder. Him and Tom Peake swapped the record back and forth all season long. He finished second in points. It came down to tonight, the deciding factor. I want you to put your hands together in a real big round of applause because he fought hard all season long. In the M&R Racing Equipment, Convenient Food Mart, Showtime Racing number 77, he's changed the number on it, Jimmy Cohagen. This young man definitely knows his way around racetracks. He's a 5-time track champion. And the CT color, number 89, I want you to put your hands together for Kenny Bender. What are you sweating for, Dave? You afraid I'm going to introduce you and interview you and stuff like that? In the Fred Mott Racing Enterprises, CLB DreamWorks, Spots Racing Products, number 99. How many is it up to now, Dave? 65, 66? I think hang on, I got it right here. I marked it down here. 66 career feature wins. I want you to put your hands together for the 99 of Dave Clark. Sitting outside of Clark. See all those little round things up on the windshield? That's not there for sunscreen. Those are kill stickers for feature wins. He definitely knows his way to the front. In the American Sign Shop, American Truck Equipment, number 31. Put your hands together for him. This is Strongsville's Brian Taylor. What's it worth for you for me not to talk to you on the mic? Because look at he's digging in his pocket. He don't want to talk on that mic. In the Sidley Racing, Sidley Trucking, Turneytown Shell, number 7. If you guys remember, early on in the season, this season, I think, last season, you've seen a truck in the run with the sportsman. He put a spanking on all of them and won the feature. I want you to put your hands together for him. Adam Menner, the number 7 of Troy Bonema. I picked on this guy for a couple of years. How many feature wins do you have on the dirt? 27, something like that? 27 feature wins on the dirt. Used to run up at Speedway 7 up in Caveat on the dirt and really kicked some butt up there, but he came down here and he had some trouble trying to run with the guys on the asphalt, making the switch, different driving style. You can't miss him. I mean, look at the bright colors on it. The Buckeye Construction, Galleon Brothers Excavating, Integrity Construction, RC Landscapes and Designs, Wendy's Hamburgers, the number 33 of Concord's Ron Burkholder. This gentleman right here on the inside, in the Cirillo's Ice Cream Emporium, Imperial Home Center, number 24, Bob Cutler signed. I want you to put your hands together for him. This is Illyria's Jason Drew. Don't even think about it, huh? He's going to hit me with this Buckeye card, he said. Sitting outside of row number 2, the North Coast Builders, number 44. I want you guys to put a big round of applause together. He comes out here and he does one heck of a job. I'm not gonna tell him how old you are, I promise. Put your hands together for Walt Newman. had to ask him his name because this is his first night here. He's hopping into Fredmont Racing, Fiddler Racing, R&R Carburetor, Integrity Construction, number 15. I want you to put your hands together for him. He's a former figure 8 driver. This is Bobby Walker. In the Mad Dog Towing, Reed Salvage, Train Station, JD Byrider, 00. I work with this guy every single day. Well, I work. He sits in the corner over there, drinks coffee. Put your hands together for him, the 00 Dutch Corner.
The drivers getting buckled in their cars. You can hear them starting them up. The Sunoco Season Championships right here at Lorain County Speedway. How many Dave Clark fans out there? How many Jimmy Cohagen fans? How many Donnie Atwell fans? How many Scotty Weil fans? For your sportsman division, 35 laps the distance. Stand up and put your hands together as they come by the grandstands. 35 laps the distance for your sportsman division. The field begins to tighten up. The pace begins to quicken as they come out of 4. Jason Caranti looks them over. We're green flag racing. Walker into 15 as the 7 Abanama slides high over the hill in turn number 3. The 54 of Paul Miller Jr. getting collected later on in the field. Complete restart. Your lineup's complete. Green flag coming back out. Walker in the 15. Drew in the 24 trying to shoot underneath of Dutch Groner in that 00. Walker in the 15, Drew in the 24, now the 33 of Ron Burkholder as we got trouble in the back of the pack. The 54 of Paul Miller Jr. and the 17 come together.
3 times before he got that one. That 7, that 33, I think 24.
The 24, Drew, is your leader, working the outside of Walker. Burkholder working the outside of Walker as they come out of 4. Drew's your leader. Clark now moves on the outside of Walker. Battle for the lead up front. Burkholder and Drew side by side. Burkholder working the outside. Coming up on the left, traffic of Graham Morrison. Kenny Bender outside of Jason Drew as they go down the backstretch. Bender with a run off of 2. Pitching a 24, Drew down. Here comes a 33 of Burkholder. Burkholder takes over second. Atwell and Clark come together. Atwell sideways, sliding to a stop in turn number 2. That'll bring out the caution flag. "13 laps have been completed." Bender, your leader. Burkholder on the outside, followed by Wild, Drew, Atwell, and Cohagen. Wild in the 22, taking a look underneath the Burkholder as they go into 3. Weil on the move. Tucked in right behind Kenny Bender. Burkholder, and here comes the 37, Steve Hall. Hall and Burkholder come together in 3 and 4. crash involving the 54 of Paul Miller Jr. and the 44 of Walt Newman. The 44 of Walt Newman being charged with the caution flag. Started 11th, now sits second. The 67 of Donnie Etwell started 14th. He's currently third. Bender up front. Hall in the 37 working outside the back. Down the backstretch, Burkholder, Cohagen, and Hall. Taylor in the 31. Almost got a piece of the front stretch pushed up. Bender still up front, followed by Rockwell in the 22, the 67 of Atwell, and the 77 of Cohagen. The 99 of Clark getting into the rear end of the 33 of Jimmy. The 99 of Clark turning the 33. Top three, single file from there on. We double them up. Jason Caranci holds the green flag. The pace begins to thicken as they come out of turn number 4. Caution coming out for the 3 of Graham Morrison. The man on the move is a 37 of Steve Hall. Hall sideways through 3, through 2. Take it on the back stretch in the 3. Tucks in behind Donnie Atwell. The 54 of Paul Miller Jr. The 54 of Paul Miller Jr. will be black flagged from the event for deliberately bringing out a caution flag. That was Mr. Miller's 3rd caution flag in one event. We do have a rule here. 3 caution flags in one event. You must fall from the event. Cohagen working the outside of Donnie Atwell as they go into 3. Working the outside. The 33 of Burkholder sliding to a stop in turn number 2. Bender, your leader, followed by Weil, Cohagen, Atwell, and Hall. Kenny Bender up front, 32 laps in. Scotty Weil in 2nd. The battle is for 4th between Atwell and Hall. White flag this time by 34 and 1 lap to go. Flagman Jason Caranci going for the double checkered flags as they come out of turn 4. It's going to be Kenny Bender, Scotty Weil, Jimmy Atwell, and Steve Hall. Or put your hands together for him in the CT color, number 89, Kenny Bender. Kenny Bender picking up the feature win for his twin babies. Test one. All right, we get the guys out of the car. You can get a good look at some of these guys. We're going to start off here in the back row. You might recognize this guy from the Super Modifieds. He comes out and plays around in the Modifieds here when he gets a chance. In the Miller's Homemade Ice Cream, Ellis Chassis, John Wright's Custom Chrome Plating. Put your hands together for him. This is LaGrange's John Hennis. I swear, John, I didn't have to pay him to get him to do that. This guy here, you better know him. He raced in the Sportsman division all year long, and he jumped into E-Mods. What do you think so far, Dale?
I love it.
He got a big grin on his face. Put your hands together for him. This is the one of Dale March. See this big, tall guy right here? You wouldn't know it. This is only his first full season ever in a modified. Did you ever race anything before that?
No.
Never raced anything before that. He jumped behind the wheel of this, ran about 6 shows last year, then ran a full season this year. He's the current track record holder here. How many features you got on the season so far? 2. 2 feature wins on the season. Sponsored by New Dixie Racing, Bob's Auto Sales, Valvoline, Howe Chassis, Mountain Motors. Put your hands together for Canton's Doug Meyer. This guy here, he's always smiling. Always smiling. Second generation driver. And a Dave Bice chassis, sponsored by Bob's Auto Sales. Who else you got on the car?
All Parts and Supply and Hensel Asphalt.
Put your hands together for him. How many features you got on the season?
Just 2 this year.
Only 2 this year. You were up around 6 or 8 last year, I think. Put your hands together for him in a 63, Massillon's Rick Sibla. This guy right here, he's been up front in the dash almost every single week. One of the top 4 fastest cars out here. He built this car by himself out at Lorain County Joint Vocational School. You still a teacher out there, Mark?
Yes, I am.
Still a teacher out there. The students took part and helped build this car. It's a homemade chassis. Sponsored by AAA Welding Supplies, Dave Ennis's Perfection Fab. Who else you got on there? Steel Supply, MPT, Fastener Corporation. He picked up his first feature win a few short weeks ago. Put your hands together for him, Cleveland's Mark Schreiber. You don't have to talk, Stacy, I swear. Can't miss this guy. You got to wear glasses when he comes out to qualify. Brand new LS chassis, put it together over this year. He is the returning champion. He was 1999's champion in the modified division. In the Randy Moyes Trucking, Dave Ennis's Perfection Fabricators, Gary's Body Shop, A1 Auto Spring, John Wright's Custom Chrome Plating. Put your hands together for him, LaGrange's Stacy Gherkin. And the Steve Jones Auto Body, American Auto Sales. Who else you got in the car, Randy? Laura's Boutique. Better say something. His wife's setting up there. She'll be down here in a heartbeat.
Julian Perkins.
Julian W. Perkins. Paul from American Auto Sales. We can't say enough about Paul. Paul's always out here every week. He's a big supporter of the races. Put your hands together for him. The 7 of LaGrange's Randy Moyes. I swear to God, he's not kneeling down. This is him. Come on, stand back here so they can see it, Carl. This is the little guy with the huge right foot. You see something poking out the front of the car. That's his foot. In the convenient food mart, Uncle Al's Pizza Parlor, GM Performance Parts, Train Station, Vazina & Sons Trucking. If I missed any of them, I'm sorry because he's got a ton of them on here. Put your hands together for him. He was last year's Grand National Champion, moving up into the modifieds. The 32 of Lorain's Carl Nash. What do you think, Butch? You scared? You don't want to talk to me on this? It's an LS chassis sponsored by Rick Speedway Performance, DRX Land Clearing, Gary's Automotive. Who else you got on the car? Normson Trailers, Perfection Fabricators, A&R Trucking, Paul's Beverage Warehouse, Kelly Suds and Dry. Can't forget the wife. She's the one that puts the tires on this thing. He's no stranger to victory lane. He's been winning out here for years. He's got a bunch of kill stickers up here on the front. Put your hands together for him. In the Ford-powered LS chassis, LaGrange's Butch Poling. Remember this guy from grade school, and he always used to call this roundy round racing. He never liked it. He'd always go out to Norwalk where they go in a straight line. Now he's out here with us. Sponsored by the LaPorte Inn, Prunty Construction. Last year, he was the 1999 Lorain County Speedway Rookie of the Year. Out of every rookie that we had raced out here, he was the man that got the award. Put your hands together for him, the 02 of Illyria's Dave Prunty. This gentleman right here, he's a real good guy. He's the one that supplied the bicycles to be given away to the kids earlier. In the Tomcat Racing Metro Auto Parts, number 66. Put your hands together for him, Bill Petrie. I have no idea what this guy's doing in this car. He normally drives Sportsman Division. I was announcing him as Ernst Prunty. Did you buy this car? Just driving it? Just driving it, but this car is for sale. It's a Dave Bice chassis, and it is for sale. Put your hands together for him. This is the, normally drives 40. Kurt Hennigs. This young man right here, he comes all the way up from Loudonville every Saturday night in the Sowers Motorsports Top Gun Racing. Put your hands together for the number 4 of Loudonville's Don Thomas. This guy's been running out here for how many years now? A lot? 5 or 6. And an LS chassis sponsored by J.R. Valentine's, Burt Brown Racing Transmission. Who else you got on here, Rick?
Raber Machine and Reinhardt Automotive.
Put your hands together for him, the X-Man out of Wellington, Rick Brewer. You never know what this guy's going to show up in. This is about, what, the 3rd or 4th different car this year, Bill? Yeah, probably. And the Sowers Motorsports, Dave Bice chassis? Dave Bice chassis. The number 3 of Wellington's Bill Sauer. Come here, Junior. 18 years old. 19. Now, oh, he's 19 now. You had a birthday. And he's got something on his chin, too. What is that? He's no, it's not a hickey, Bob. Out of Willoughby, he comes out here every Saturday night, him and his dad and the whole family, and they make a great night of it, and he's a great guy. Put your hands together for him, the 10 of Will Stiles Jr. Brings us up to the front, the number 11, formerly the number 10, but he had to change his number. And the Landlord Leasing, Mid-America Chemical Corporation, number 11, Dave Bice chassis. This is Kurt Huber. Standing out here. I want you to put your hands together for this guy. He's a 2nd-generation driver. And an LS chassis, sponsored by Ladd Trucking, K.A. Steinman, Childs and Associates. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you got 6 feature wins on the season. He's a former track record holder here at the Speedway. Give a big round of applause. He is your 2,000 points champion here at Lorain County Speedway, LaGrange's TJ Steinman. Got anybody you want to thank real quick?
Yeah, I need to thank my dad and Denise for coming out here every week, helping me out this year. I got a lot of help from my sponsors, Childs and Associates, Ladd Trucking, Penn Mint.
Sit still. You're making me nervous walking around here like that. Your agent? Yeah, his agent just called. Who else? Anybody else? Get in there and strap in. That's what you do best. Put your hands together for it one more time. TJ Steinman. tires. As they come by this time, they're going to be given the white flag. Like everybody to stand up and wave your hats, wave your arms as they come by the grandstands this time. "40 laps the distance." March in a 36. Up front, Sowers going for the lead underneath them. Front, it's Sowers, Stiles, Thomas. Caution coming out for the 11 of Kurt Hubert. Your lineup's complete. The field being given the 1 lap to go signal this time by. Sowers and Stiles around on a 4. Down the front stretch. The Lieutenant Stiles shoots up towards the 3rd groove. Pay for it, putting him out into the 3rd groove as a caution flag comes out for the 11 of Kurt Huber, the 32 of Carl Nash getting involved over in turn number 2. Your lineup's complete. 9 laps have been completed. The field being given the 1 lap to go signal. They will get the green flag this time by. Sowers must remain side by side as they come out of turn number 4. The man on the move is a 37 at TJ Stein. Steinman going around Thomas to take over second. Now working his way around Sowers to take the lead. Caution flag coming out. 3 cars involved in turn number 4. That's 21. The 36 of John Hennis, and I believe the 11. The 11 of Kurt Huber, and the 21 of Kurt Hennigs. Steinman on the outside of Sowers. Steinman takes over the lead down the backstretch in the 3. Here comes the 27 of Butch Poley in the 99. The battle is for second to 8th. The 4 Thomas sliding into the infield, able to keep it underway. Caution. The field was given a 1 lap to go signal. TJ Steinman up front. On the outside, Bill Sowers, followed by Butch Poling, Stacy Gherkin. Beginning to pull away from second place, Butch Poling. The pace pulling it back pit side. The 73 of Mark Schreiber bringing out the caution flag, slamming to a stop in turn number 2. The green flag comes back out this time. The 10 of Styles and the 21 of Grant. The 10 of Styles and the 21. Jason Caranci holds the green flag, looks him over, we're green flag. Caution in turn 4, the 63 of Rick Sebla, the 02 of Dave Prunty, and the 10 of Will Stiles Jr. Stiles trying to make it 3 wide going into 3.